Hello everyone and welcome to Monday. More cat food. Today's cat food is salmon and cheese entree made with real cheese. No, you can't be on the... Will they like it? honey, come around. Don't curl up in a ball to eat. Just switch your... You know what? You're fine. The cats aren't the only ones who are going to be eating good tonight. We are having stuffed mushrooms. We have made them several times before on the vlog, or at least my mom has, but we've never actually shown how to make them. And it's been probably the most heavily requested thing that people want the recipe for. We've never been able to give it because my mom doesn't have a recipe. She just kind of does stuff. And I told her, I said, you really need to actually write this down so people can make it. And she's like, I'm gonna do that. So today, she did it. So we're gonna show you how to make stuffed portobello mushrooms. Or at least you are. Okay, so what do we need?
First thing is a pack. I always do the 4, and I get these at Sam's. These are the large portobello mushrooms that come in a pack of 4 down at Sam's.
Okay.
And what you do is you rinse the dirt off of them and you kind of pat them dry. I let them out on a paper towel and I flipped them upside down so that the water drains, and then just kind of pat them dry.
Okay.
And I got those ready. And then what I do is I usually take about 4 tablespoons of margarine, and then some garlic salt, and just kind of get that melted in the microwave. And then I actually put this over the mushrooms.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to be doing that over here, putting them on the pan. And I line a large cookie sheet with heavy duty wrap. This just kind of helps to keep it from sticking and also gives them a little bit more flavor. Something else that I do is the little stem that sticks up in the mushroom, I actually cut that out, and I'm just going to chop it up and it's going to go into the mix. But these are ready now to stuff. And this here is, I've already started to prep it, and this is fresh spinach, and it's about 4 cups of fresh spinach. And I like to do my chopping with scissors, and you just chop. This was a bowl full until I started chopping it, and just kind of chop it way down till it's just chopped up really fine. And then I will take the just a little bit of the mushroom stems that was in there, and just chop that up in there just a little bit. Just, it's good and you don't need to waste it, so I just put it in. You don't have to, but I usually just do. Alright, the next thing that's going to go in there is going to be the sun-dried tomatoes, and that's about a half a cup of sun-dried tomatoes. You can get these, and actually that little bag came from Walmart, and I did about a half a cup, and I chopped them just like I did the spinach. Chop them up with the scissors so that they're not in big pieces. You can get these in strips, you can get them in whole ones. Doesn't really matter because you're going to be chopping them up for this anyway. That just goes in there. And then this is artichoke. This is not marinated artichoke. This is artichoke in the brine. I usually buy mine at Sam's or Costco, and it comes in a jar like this because I like artichoke in a lot of things. But you can also buy a can of artichoke. It's a 14-ounce can. It has about 6 to 8 in it. Drain them and then just chop them. Whatever works, better for you. But that's already chopped up. Then again, everything's chopped real fine with the scissors, and it kind of all goes in here. And then I've got about a half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. Goes in. And this is prepared pesto. Actually, this came from Sam's. It's just the basil pesto. That's about 4 tablespoons. I've played around with this recipe, experimented with it, and tried this in at one time. I really liked it in there. That's certainly optional. You don't have to put it in, but it just helps to give it a little bit more flavor. So when I have it, I add it. And I've got a cup of feta cheese.
Looks good.
And about a tablespoon of minced garlic. We like garlic in a lot of stuff, so. And that again would be optional. I've been throwing that in there because I think it just gives it a little bit more flavor. And then the other thing that goes in there is the mozzarella cheese, but I'm going to start mixing this all up. These are actually very, very easy to make. And the one thing I like too with the pesto is that it adds a little bit more moisture to it. And to this mix, I've just added a cup of the shredded mozzarella cheese.
Okay.
I'm going to be putting more mozzarella cheese on top once I get the mushrooms stuffed. And I'll put that on just before I bake it. After they are finished cooking, they get a balsamic glaze. So while they're cooking, it's actually a half a cup of balsamic vinegar and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And I have it already over here in a pan. It just has to be turned on to cook. But it's you just bring that to a boil, and then once it boils, it thickens up. Once the mushrooms are done, you just drizzle the thick balsamic glaze over top of it, and they're ready to serve. And I stuff a lot in them. You know, you could actually probably make more mushrooms with this, depending on how much you like to fill them. But I like to fill them up, and they're very filling when you eat them.
Those are packed.
They are packed. And you could get, you could cut back on everything if you wanted to make a little bit less. I usually pack them a lot. Sometimes the pack of mushrooms actually comes with 5 mushrooms at Sam's.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's an extra mushroom in there.
And this is easily enough to make 5.
Oh, yeah.
Or 10.
But I pack them really, really good in there with all of that. As you can see. You don't leave hungry. And I just put a little bit more over top. So I've mixed about a cup into the mix, and then, a little bit for the outside. So say maybe a cup and a half of mozzarella cheese. Probably about good. These are going into a preheated oven at 400 for about 15 minutes. And you can judge them. They might need a little bit longer, but approximately 15 minutes. Mushrooms took about 20 minutes. They were really large mushrooms. I had them really packed. And about the last 2 or 3 minutes, I turned it to broil just to brown the top off just a little bit.
Okay.
And I've been working on the balsamic glaze, and it takes a little while to cook it down.
That smells amazing.
But it gets real thick, and it's just a drizzle that you'll put over top of the mushrooms. So that's all it does. You just have to be patient, keep stirring. It brings, you bring it to a boil. I cook it fairly high, and then it'll start reducing, and then it will get thick.
And the beautiful finished product. That thing is gigantic. That's so good. But, hey, now you know, because people have been asking for a long time. Anyway, that's going to be it. I hope you guys get a chance to make these because they are amazing. And this will definitely be one of the recipes that goes into the upcoming cookbook. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? I'm so excited to eat this.